Hey friends, Gary here. Welcome to today's video. As some of you guys might already know, I'm a big fan of Micro Four Thirds camera system, and that means over the years I've collected so many Micro Four Thirds lenses from both Panasonic Lumix, Leica, and also from Olympus or AM system. Some of these lenses are prime lenses, some of them are zoom lenses, some of them are portrait lenses, some of them are scenery lenses, landscape lenses, travel lenses, all that sort of jazz. And one thing that I noticed recently is that some of these lenses are actually being neglected. I don't use them anymore and they just sit there on my camera shelf gathering dust. So in today's video, I want to share some common Micro Four Thirds lens buying mistake and how to avoid them so that we don't waste money, time and energy buying things that we don't frequently use. Hopefully this video will be helpful for you. Quick disclaimer, today's video is not sponsored by anyone. However, if you guys enjoyed my contents, consider becoming a member of my Patreon to receive exclusive benefits such as being able to download high-res pictures that I actually captured myself using my Micro Four Thirds cameras and lenses, and to participate in future Q&A sessions. Link is right here. It is patreon.com/Gary_W. Thank you and I'll see you there. Let's continue with today's video. Mistake number 1, buying expensive lenses that you don't actually use that much. Let me explain. For example, I don't really do a lot of macro photography, so I don't think it's a good idea for me to invest on premium Micro Four Thirds macro lens because that lens will end up just gathering dust inside of my shelf. So the solution for this is to try to look for some affordable macro lens options, and if that doesn't exist on the first party options, you can always try third party options. They have some manual focus only macro lenses that is affordable, more affordable compared to the first party option from Panasonic or Olympus. Or wildlife photography, that's also something that I want to mention in this point because I aspire to be able to capture a bird in flight photograph in the future. You know, that beautiful bird photo with the blue sky behind, that was just my dream. But I don't think I will do it frequently, so it doesn't make sense for me to spend thousands of dollars worth of premium Micro Four Thirds ultra telephoto lenses just for that. I will not use it that much and that will be a waste of money. So right now what I do instead is to invest on more affordable ultra telephoto lens for Micro Four Thirds. My choice is the Panasonic Lumix 100 to 300mm f4 to f5.6. Anyway, allow me to share some sample pictures taken using the Panasonic Lumix 100 to 300mm f4 to f5.6 budget ultra telephoto option for Micro Four Thirds. Mine is the original first version. I think it is relatively more affordable compared to the more premium options like the Panasonic Leica 100 to 400 or the OM system and Olympus Premium offers. But still, even though it is affordable, the image quality I think is more than good enough, especially for wildlife, which again, I don't use that often. As you can see from the pictures, I think they are pretty detailed. I can get some sharpness out of these pictures, and I think I'm quite happy with I'm getting with this lens. Mistake number 2, buying large aperture lenses that is actually bigger and heavier rather than using smaller aperture lenses that are more portable and lighter. Let me explain. I get it. You know, we all want that beautiful background blur with our Micro Four Thirds camera. We all want that extra stop of light gathering capabilities so that we can shoot with lower ISO with our Micro Four Thirds camera. I get it, but sometimes you don't always need large aperture. Sometimes smaller aperture is fine. Smaller aperture lenses are usually more portable and lighter, and that makes it very easy to carry around. And when something is easy to carry around, you end up bringing it more often to go outside and take pictures. And when you take more pictures, that means more practice time for your photography, and your photography skill ended up improving. You'll take better pictures. It's not that we don't really need large aperture lenses. I mean, they are great. If you hit the limitation of your current lens and you need large aperture, by all means, go away and upgrade your lens. However, we don't always need to upgrade all of the time. Sometimes with smaller lenses, we can take more pictures, and as I said before, we can improve our photography skill. After all, Micro Four Thirds is all about smaller, lighter gear that produce great image quality at affordable price. Anyway, allow me to share some sample pictures taken using lenses with smaller aperture that are actually portable and lightweight. First, it's the Panasonic Lumix 14mm f2.5, a small prime pancake lens with a very versatile focal length. This is actually smaller than its counterpart, the Panasonic Leica 15mm f1.7. Well, yes, the 15mm has the larger f1.7, but the 14mm is even more compact and lighter, making it my choice for travel photography. And when I'm traveling with the 14mm, I can capture all sorts of stuff. I can capture street photography, I can capture scenery, environmental portrait. The 14mm is just so good, and I think for travel it is better than the 15, even though the 15mm is not really that big. Another example, I have a new lens. This is the 7 Artisans 10mm f3.5. Disclaimer, 7 Artisans sent me this lens for a review. However, I love this lens so much that I want to feature it on today's video. And yeah, this is truly because I like this lens. And this lens has f3.5 aperture, smaller compared to my favorite ultra-wide angle lens, which is the Panasonic Leica 9mm f1.7. But again, because the 10mm is smaller, I tend to bring it everywhere with me because it is so compact. When I need an ultra-wide angle lens, it's always ready with me. Carrying it inside my bag isn't heavy at all, and the image quality is actually good. This is the perfect travel ultra-wide angle lens. Mistake number 3, don't be so quick to dismiss your kit lens. This guy right here, my Panasonic Lumix 12 to 32mm kit lens, or maybe your Olympus or OM system 14 to 42mm kit lens are actually great lenses. They produce great image quality, believe it or not, and the focal length range from 12 to 32 or 14 to 42 is more than flexible enough for 70% of our everyday photography needs. Actually, this is such a great lens. Well, I understand that you might need to upgrade. Maybe the zoom range is not enough. Maybe you need something that can cover more focal lengths, maybe a super zoom lens, or maybe you need that larger aperture, so maybe an f2.8 lens. Understandable, but again, don't be so quick to dismiss it. Give it a chance, take some pictures with it, and you'll be blown away by what the kit lens can actually do. I promise you. You don't believe me? Let me share some sample pictures taken using just my kit lens. Because the kit lens is actually small and lightweight, I tend to carry it more often when I travel, and with this kit lens I was able to take so many great pictures around the world. I mean, they are just so amazing. I won't hesitate to use my kit lens for mission critical photography because it is actually sharp and detailed, and I was able to get some great shots. The zoom range again is very flexible, even though it cannot cover telephoto or ultra wide angle. I think it's enough for most of what I need. And yeah, please use your kit lens, give it a chance, see what it can do, and I guarantee you, you'll be blown away. Mistake number 4, overlapping focal lengths too much. If you have different lenses, try to spread out the focal lengths. Don't cover the same focal lengths multiple times. For example, I have 3 different lenses right here. I have the 35 to 100mm Panasonic Lumix lens f2.8, this guy right here. Awesome lens, by the way. And then I have the smaller version, 35 to 100mm f4 to f5.6. And then I also have this guy right here, Olympus 45mm f1.8. Now, all of these three lenses can cover 45mm with different apertures, and even two lenses have the same exact focal length, and that's just not great at all. I mean, I ended up only using two of these three lenses. I'm just using the mini telephoto lens, the 35 to 100mm f4 to f5.6, as my dedicated travel telephoto lens for capturing distant landscape photography and just to capture something from far away generally, whether it's scenery, a little bit of portrait, or just focusing on certain stuff on the scenery, things like that. So dedicated travel telephoto lens. And the Olympus 45mm f1.8 becomes my dedicated portrait lens if I want something small, compact, lightweight, but produce great image quality and can produce great background blur. The working distance is great and I just love it so much. Image quality is so great. And that leaves the 35 to 100mm f2.8 in this weird limbo right here. So yeah, it has large aperture, f2.8, but it's not large enough, and the lens is actually big and heavy, so I ended up just leaving it at home, never actually using it. So if you want to overlap focal lengths, make sure that the lenses that overlap actually do have separate functions, maybe one for travel, one for portrait, or something like that. And that wraps up today's video. So that is all of my Micro Four Thirds lenses buying mistakes. I hope that we can all avoid them so that we don't waste money, time, and energy buying things that we don't actually use. But enough about me. What about you guys? I want to learn from you guys as well. What are your lenses buying mistakes? Please share them on the comment down below. I would like to learn more from you and have a little bit of discussions, friendly chats with you guys so that we can all become better. Anyway, if you have any question, please comment down below, and also don't forget to support my channel by liking this video, sharing this video, subscribing to my channel down below. And again, I kindly invite you all to join my Patreon to support this channel even further, link in the description below. Thank you, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.